Hello and welcome to a timeless general reading. If you're resonating with the title of the video, this is your message. Please take any of your own intuitive insights throughout the reading. Leave anything that is not resonating behind because it is a general reading. Okay, well, I will link another reading at the end. That's what I'm getting. So yeah, I did a reading before this, and then I just wanted to start the next one. Could be a little bit separate. Some of you might also connect with the reading that I just did. Anyways, it's going to be in the linked video section at the end of this video. I'm going to do some channeling, I'm going to do some scribbling, and so yeah, peace, patience. There's some peace in like just tending to your garden right now is what I want to say at the start. So that could be metaphorically, not literally, but also literally. There's something about caretaking yourself, doing something that is nurturing, has like a tone of patience to it. So it's not something we're doing for a specific result. We're caretaking something because it's our focus, our priority. It's a part of us. It's part of our energy. Could be anything. Could even be like, yeah, caretaking your environment, caretaking your body. So that's the first message that I'm getting there. Also getting this thing of when we do that, we like withdraw our focus in these other options. And we also see the options. So there could be some advice to start where it's just like any self-care, reflection, tending to your garden. Doing something like this gives you the opportunity to see the potentials of doing things outside of doing them. So this could just be anything where you can get a little bit lost in your thoughts, you can be a little bit reflective. It's probably why the other reading connects so much, because I feel like this is the end I'm taking on in the channel. So sometimes I have a message and I'm like fully lost in what it's about. Anyways, I'm getting started with some scribbling. Okay, yeah, so I'm getting a thing of like divine timing right now, and I'm hearing this message of like for once and for all. So this could be about like setting something straight, or seeing someone's intentions once and for all, clearing the air once and for all. Could be about if you're finding yourself in like a stuck or tricky situation. Oh my god, I don't know why. Sorry, excuse my French. Different messages coming through. So like if my illustration was like a tower, there's this highlight is this section here at the bottom of the tower. It's like something's gonna fall because something towards the bottom, towards the base, maybe at like a foundational level, it's not supportive. It's a bit crooked. So artistically, this reference is kind of like when some weight or pressure is put on a foundation that can't support it, or that would otherwise support it, but someone's bent it. Someone's put maybe like excessive weight on something that is bending. So this could be about like you energetically as well, metaphorically. It's like something is I would say addressing something that is affecting your sense of foundation, sense of stability, sense of support. That foundation's out right now is why this reading is finding you. So we'll get some more cards to clarify, but that's what we know here. So yeah, this is maybe why the self-reflection, seeing options, maybe withdrawing from something that isn't like a necessity so that you have stable ground. This could just even be something like small that affects your stability, something that gets in the way, gets in your environment, gets in your field. Could even be like a distraction, gets in your thoughts. I was getting a message before about like not occupying yourself on what other people are doing, or like competition. Harmony. So you could be like sacrificing something to align with harmony, or specifically a connection. This could be when you are in a relationship, or you're starting a relationship, or you're moving towards a connection. There's like balance, equal reciprocity, and energy exchange within a connection, but there has to be flow there. So sacrifice can be about removing anything that is also affecting you on a sense of stability. So this could literally be about withdrawing from a situation or a person that is somewhat draining. So, or just like giving yourself to something. You may have some gut instinct about this. There could be a situation where you're like, I don't need to be here anymore, do this anymore, and I'm aligning with connection simply by following my gut instincts to move where my energy is reciprocated, or it's flourishing, or it's emotionally fulfilled. So you could be finding this reading as something is not fulfilling to you, and there's a gut instinct to take like a different course correction. This card is about overcoming difficulties, so I will read this. The worst is now behind you, and you're surmounting any previous challenges. This could even just be like a continuation, so maybe you've learned some lessons and now it's like where you used to get stuck in the past or hung up in the past, it doesn't have a grip on you anymore. Seven of Cups is also like similar to magician energy. It's like the orchestrator. It's the person who tends to the different aspects of their life, tends to the different cups, keeps it all sort of in balance, and can like get into some sort of flow state where they think about things objectively instead of getting lost in it. Maybe that is like the advice or reflection with overcoming difficulties. It's like, now you know how to overcome difficulties. We can overcome difficulties if we don't just charge ahead, if we withdraw into some sort of like self-care, love, harmony, balance state. We can understand what's going on in the different aspects of our life and address it there objectively by seeing the options and then choosing what's best for us, rather than just losing ourselves and like keeping up, getting ahead, or doing something, or overly doing something. And then I think I sort of expressed it sometimes in readings. I'm like struggling to get the words out to match what I'm actually intuitively getting, but I was also getting this thing of like competition or mimicry that is like very small. So in the past it could be someone who was like copying what you do or your work, and it was like affecting your sense of stability. Little do you know, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't lay up. Or even if someone's copying you, there's some message here that like what people get out of this other person that's copying you, it doesn't meet your expectations. So it's like you could land something a little bit off, you could not overdo something, you could underdo something, and it still lands more stable or accomplished than something else. But anyway, the specific message there is that because you're learning to withdraw your focus from whatever that was, mimicry, copying, competition, you're not losing any energy or focus at all. You just stop feeding your energy there, which could be why Love Begins is coming out. This is like someone getting on top of things again, emotionally, intuitively, energetically, like someone understanding where everything fits together and where everything has its place. And this reading could definitely be aligning for you if someone is coming in romantically as well. This is kind of like the energy clearing up for something to grow. Now it can grow. There's like an opening. I would say maybe it's like in your timeline as well. This is sort of giving me the energy of someone who's like about to fall into something new in relationships, or like new foundational era in life, and it's because you've cleared up anything that was draining you in the past. So this is able to come in now. I'm going to leave this pretty much here. So I will start to close out, but I will put some final closing cards. There's also some like little message for someone or some of you about like finding your person. You'll know that they're your person. It's like the difference in how you feel when you talk to them versus like other people. You might have like something intimate, something like you share the same perspective or thoughts, or you can talk about things together that you can't really like express around other people. Like you can be quite authentic around this person. So this could be future energy. When the Five of Swords came out, I was hearing like, I'm done with that. So it's like something could have been draining your energy. Now King of Pentacles is like someone sitting pretty with what they have. It's like done on a distraction, done with something that was taking my energy, taking my emotional focus or mental focus. Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. I don't know why this is a reflection, but Queen of Pentacles is someone who is like sitting sort of pretty, has the finances, but the illustration is of a woman who's kind of like disappointed. So there could be something about keeping up with like money, keeping up with appearance is not the main thing, but you still want to be abundant. So there could be something where it's like you know how to have nice things without being like, it's not the nice things specifically, it's more like I want a good environment, I want things I'm enjoying, like I want to own things physical, even if it's like clothes or like home decor, because of the experience, because of the environment, because of how it makes me feel. So it's also about, this is about someone who might be like, they're not materialistic, but if they are materialistic, it's like in a good way, because they have an emotional connection to things that they have or hold around them. It helps them have some balance and harmony. Star, Aquarian energy, Piscean energy, air sign, water sign energy. Yes, I take different signs from some of these cards. So yeah, this could be identifying a person, a masculine. Could be identifying the difference between like a masculine and feminine in the external environment. It's like, no, it's not the money that's of value or the thing that... I'm even getting something petty of like, this could be, there could have been someone in your external environment who was like trying to compete with you because you've got like style or something like this. Like you keep things in flow, you keep things in balance, you're emotionally fulfilled, even if it is like by earthly grounded materialistic things. And other people may have been like trying to mimic you or like be like, yeah, look, I can flex too, but they're not happy because it's like, the money has no value, or they get something and it's not enough. So you just don't care anymore. You don't need to get like the new toy or the new tool or the new whatever just to like try and be on someone's level or whatever. So that felt like an external environment. Someone external in the environment. There's a few different messages. I think I'm going to leave it here. Seven of Cups, Seven of Cups. I'll close by reading the traditional meaning of Seven of Cups. With the Wheel of Fortune and Three of Swords, this could be about luck changing to do with matters of the heart. Love begins, harmony. So you could have felt shut off from your heart, but something's turning around, I want to say. So yeah, opening up the heart space. And I will read for you Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups represents choices, wishful thinking, and illusions. It warns you are facing an overwhelming number of options that may be trapped in daydreams or fantasy rather than taking practical action. This card encourages discernment to separate empty temptations from genuine opportunities. So that came out twice, but with the King of Wands there, it's like you're protected against this now, or you've learned some sort of lesson against this now, or learning some sort of lesson is very much what I'm sensing into. It's like divine orchestration. You're orchestrating events now because you've removed a distraction or something that you're feeding your energy into in the past. It can also represent like abundance. Abundance can also be presented as many past ideas or desires. So yeah, there could be something about just like honing in priorities. What's your focus? Overcoming difficulties by maybe taking things away that don't need to be there, so that the things that you do want to be there can be addressed and fulfilled. I'm going to read the Three of Cups with Wheel of Fortune. The Three of Cups paired with the Wheel of Fortune heralds a period of faded, joyful change. It indicates that an upcoming celebration, social connection, or reunion is written in the stars. Your emotional landscape is shifting and the universe is aligning to bring you a well-deserved season of abundance and shared happiness. Yeah, so this is like emotional fulfillment with the things that we want. Destined connections. You are likely to meet a group of people or a romantic interest through divine timing. This relationship is dynamic and will be full of exciting, unpredictable moments. The wheel controls the cycles of life, and with the Three of Cups, it's pointed to a cyclical return of harmony. If you have been separated from friends or experiencing emotional distance, a natural reconciliation or turning point is approaching. Embrace the ups and downs. Because of the nature of the wheel, these joyous relationships or social situations might not be perfectly smooth sailing. They will go through highs and lows, but the overall journey is meant to facilitate your personal and emotional growth. So yeah, heavy focus on relationships and love, career and social networks, and general divine timing. So I will leave this timeless general reading here. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.